Hello, I'm Joel Blackford with Beth Acid Sabbath Fellowship. Thank you for joining us. We're virtual only, based out of St. Paul, Minnesota. The phone number works if you'd like to contact us. What do? We do the philosophy of eschatology, what you need to know, your reality, our existence. We solve a little piece of Revelation each week. This is going to be Revelation 17. It's going to be Trump and Cyrus. Yes, Cyrus from Isaiah 45:1. So Trump is God's anointed. When I heard that he was shot yesterday, or shot at, we aren't quite sure yet if a bullet punctured his coat, but hit his vest. Obviously, he had a bulletproof vest. So I'm arguing that he is God's anointed, just like Cyrus, to change what? And I want you to stick with me. I think it'll be interesting. I heard that Trump was Cyrus years ago, and I kind of laughed at it. But now I'm seeing you can't kill the guy off. You can't. God is protecting him. So the attack on Trump, it makes him look stronger. And he is the anointed to do something in the world. Cyrus was anointed by God. This is Ezra 1:7, but really it's more about Isaiah 45:1-2. So let's read that. Thus says Adonai to Koresh, his anointed, that's Meshach. It's not Mashiach, but it's Meshach. It's still anointed, whose right hand he has grasped, so that he subdues the nations before him and strips kings of their robes, so that doors open in front of him and no gates are barred. I will go ahead of you, leveling the hills, shattering the bronze gates, smashing the iron bars. Yeah, that's what's happening with Trump, too. He's indefatigable. Okay? And so Cyrus was God's anointed. God calls him by name, which is rare, especially years before. Obviously, Babylon came in and conquered Israel, and then Cyrus was allowed to restart things. So basically, he was ruler of all the earth at that point in time. He was a good king. There's nothing to say that he was a Christian or a Jew or anything like that, but he did do some good things to restart everything. So just as Cyrus was anointed to restart the ancient sacrifices of Ezra and Nehemiah's time, Trump is God's anointed to restart the red heifer and the holy offerings today. This is his second term. He can make bolder decisions. We've heard Obama say that years ago. There will be no temple. There probably will be a tent. In the Greek, it's called the naos. In the Hebrew, it's the heikal. And that's pretty consistent throughout the Septuagint too, and also now my new Hebrew revelation, which is from the Van Rensing family. So the offerings, they would put these offerings up inside a tent, probably with the altar, and then they would also do the measurements for the holy area. So what are we doing today? We're talking about Revelation 17 and Trump and the potential assassination. We're trying not to twist the Bible. We're trying to give you real news. Trump looked like Superman. He looked like Captain America. It was a better look. Biden looks discombobulated, confused. Trump looks like a fighter. Fight, fight, fight. Heroes get up and fight, cowards cower. That's what we watched. So I want you to look at these pictures. This is from John Haller, my friend, and how they blotted out the flag. And they try to take away that American, what we want. Okay, I was a kid in 1980, and when the kids won the hockey Olympic hockey gold medal against the Russians, we were excited. It was USA, USA. We haven't had anything like that in years. We've had politicians constantly wiping out the American flag and wiping out our patriotism and things like that, and God for that matter too. So this is from the Post, a New York Post on the left-hand side. Bloodied but unbowed, ex-president survives assassination bid. Wow, okay? And then on the right-hand side, Trump injured in rally shooting. That's generally what the press has been talking about. That's the Washington Post. That's a fish wrap, okay? So he's a hero now. He's the Meshach, I would argue. People have made that comparison between him and Cyrus Koresh. Yes, he seems to be that guy. So it looks like the Secret Service completely screwed up. It looks like they saw this man for 3 minutes and didn't take the shot because the leader of the Secret Service wouldn't allow it. This is former Navy SEAL and Blackwater founder Eric Prince. Gave a detailed assessment of yesterday's Secret Service debacle in the wake of a failed assassination attempt on former on former President Trump. So malice or massive incompetence, I would say incompetence. But there's a little bit of malice at the top. This is from Andrew Cory Bacot's newsletter. America was less than an inch away from socio-political disaster. It will still come, but it was an inch away yesterday, people. Okay, and so the fifth seal will occur, and you will have socio-political disasters. You will have chaos. You'll have rioting. Not today. Okay, so the bullet struck the teleprompter, the glass cut Trump's ear. That's what it sounds like. I'm not sure. This shows a bullet hole in his coat and hitting the bulletproof vest. We don't know. I mean, Trump would have been in more pain. That was a 7.62, I believe, and that's going to hurt, okay? It would take down a deer. So this is a comment from somebody that I'm clipping here. Haters, good, he deserved it. No, but that's what they say. Christian nationalists, pray for this one man who's our only hope, proves he is of God. No, we're not supposed to do that either. God is our only hope. Trump is just a player for the moment here, okay? He's a hero, but he's a player for the moment. Conspiracy theorists, it was all planned. He was following a script with his part in the skit. Hyper-revelationist. Now, I am a hyper-revelationist, but I don't believe this. And Haller was complaining about this all day today. He's the Antichrist and got wounded, and he lived, and so he resurrected, and so this is totally, he's not the Antichrist, people. He's the seventh, okay? Per Revelation 17, Trump is the seventh and will win in 2024. Now, if I'm wrong and he loses, then I should probably shut up and maybe just pack up my bags and go home. Oh, Biden is the sixth. Yes, I'm combining. The eighth, the Antichrist, is due soon. We are entering into strange times. Prior to the end of days, riots will begin at the center of America at some point in time after Trump is elected. That would be per Dimitri Duduman, who's talked about this repeatedly. Via the communists, that would be Antifa. Cities will burn, that's David Wilkerson. America's Babylon, that's Dimitri Duduman again. And signs will increase after October 11th of 2024. I didn't cite him in there, but that should be my friend Benjamin Baruch. Wonderful guy. I count him as a friend because he's friends of mine through Haller, but he hasn't really talked to me directly. Signs of the sixth seal. So that's Revelation 6:12 through 17. And greater heavenly signs should begin in 2025, just before Purim, which is March 14th, or Elul 14th, which is September 7th. Both are blood moon eclipse days. People, that'll be an EMP. It'll be nasty. So just keep that in mind. America will experience internal revolutions until Russia and other foes attack in the future. That's Duduman again and Henry Groover. So we've got good prophets. They're talking about that. This is interesting. Time magazine posting something like that. This is going to be for August 5th. So that's their next magazine coming out, and they're going to have that picture on it. That's amazing because Time hates Trump. They hate us as human beings. Anybody that's a believer in God or a patriot, they hate. And why do we buy their magazines? I don't know. This is what I'm saying on the right-hand side. Trump is anointed to do something. And I'm saying, I'm making the case today, start the red heifer sacrifice and then restart the holy, because somebody has to approve it. And Trump is the bold enough fellow to pull this off. No, it'll cause riots. Oh, but we already have riots and we're going to have riots. But this will kick it up another notch. So that's what I'm arguing today. That's why he's anointed, just like Cyrus, to kick it off again. So Trump is God's anointed to win in 2024. That's what I'm arguing. So you've got the sixth, which is Obama, the sixth, which is Biden, the seventh, which is Trump, the eighth, which should be the Antichrist, per Revelation 17. Oh, Biden is the sixth. Yep, Trump is the seventh. The AC is the eighth. Trump will win in 2024, but only a short period of time will he rule. As the anointed, he will permit the red heifer offering and restart the holy sacrifices on the Temple Mount, and then exit. The world will go nuts. So, once again, I'm kind of going through it time and time again so that you'll get it. I truly thought that 2017 was that Jubilee year. I started Beth Hesed based on that purpose, and I was wrong, so I admit it. I didn't say any rapture date or anything like that. I just thought that would really kick everything off. My new option is that these dates that I've studied for many, many years, 1867, 1917, 1967, 2017. They're all the warning signs of the last Shemitah of a particular cycle. So then that would mean 2024 should be the Shemitah year, and the Jubilee year would be Yom Kippur of 2025. If so, huge events will occur this year and next year in the fall timeframes. I didn't hear from God directly, but I did receive a confirmation that the sixth seal sign will occur on March 14th or September 7th of 2025. We'll observe a blood moon eclipse coinciding with the sun. I'm saying it'll be a solar EMP coming as it turns black. So once again, as I always state frequently, it's going to go from yellow to white to red to black. That sun will do that. And then once it goes black, as a mohair micronova, it will explode and kick, well, just like today. Last night, rather, as Trump was shot we had an X flare come off from the sun. So I'll be able to see auroras, hopefully, in a couple of days. So this will be much bigger than that. So you'll see that mohair micronova probably in 2025. That's what I'm sensing from God. So I have no idea how long after the sixth seal, the seventh seal will arrive. I really don't have an idea. You can test my words easily. If you don't see Trump elected, if you don't see chaos and riots, if you don't see the sixth seal sign, I'm wrong. I should pack my bags and go home. But Trump is the seventh, and he will win. You will see Marxist chaos in the center of America because so many people have prophesied it. And you'll see cities burn. Trump will allow changes to the status quo in Israel. Red heifer first, then the holy restarts. Observe changes in the sun, as I mentioned, goes from yellow to white to red to black to micronova. Boom. You'll run underground for a few hours and then watch the meteorites explode overhead. It'll be a beautiful sight, but it'll be frightening because the world will change at that point in time. We won't be in the Great Tribulation, but it'll be a sign of the sixth seal. The Shemitah stuff should kick off after October 11th. Again, that's Ben Baruch. World governments and systems will be in turmoil. Everything will shake in 2025, and persecution will hit too. We'll need to change the status quo in Israel. Only Trump can approve such blockbuster changes. God will accomplish what he wants to accomplish, just like with Cyrus. But that will bring chaos to America and elsewhere. So 2017, Trump made a big move. He moved the embassy to Jerusalem, and Israel was appreciative, but God was appreciative. Now, this is from Melka Fleischer. It's really cool. It looks like the one who recognized Jerusalem was saved by the one who created Israel. Wonderful, wonderful statement. And so Trump is a friend of Zion, and Trump will approve these things. If, say, the two witnesses show up and say it's time to do these things, Trump will not block it. He is that bold man, and God needs him to be a Cyrus, a Koresh. So it's just interesting, and so there are other things that need to occur, but you need Trump in this equation. You need the two witnesses. You need the Temple Mount measured. You need anointing oil. You need a functioning Sanhedrin. You need the red heifer. You need the Mount of Olives location, which has already been picked out and purchased. You need Tamid services. That's the continuous. That's morning and afternoon, morning and afternoon. Then you need a liturgy. You need Jews to return. That's the Aliyah that should occur, the second Exodus. Need trained priesthood. Need bread and incense. You need a mikvah. So a place to wash yourselves. It's a baptism, basically. And then the holy restarts. And so, we've got some of those things already. We've got the liturgy ready to go. We do not have the Sanhedrin ready to go. But we have certain other things ready to go. The bread of the face, that maybe not. Other things are just going to happen. So you're part of prophetic times. Okay, so let's jump into Ezra, Cyrus the Great. Once again, Babylon to Medo-Persia, which was Cyrus, and then on to Alexander the Great in Greece, and then, all of these changes during that time frame up to Rome's time. In the first year of Koresh of Persia, in order for the word of Adonai prophesied by Jeremiah to be fulfilled, Adonai stirred up the spirit of Koresh, king of Persia, to make a proclamation through the whole kingdom, which he also put in writing as follows. Here is what Koresh, king of Persia, says. Adonai, the God of heaven, has given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he has charged me to build him a house in Jerusalem. It won't be a house. It'll probably be a tent in Yehuda, in Judah. Whoever there is among you of all his people, may his God be with him. He may go up to Jerusalem in Judah and build the house of Adonai, the God of Israel. And God, who is in Jerusalem, let every survivor, no matter where he lives, be helped by his neighbors with silver, gold, goods, and animals, in addition to the voluntary offering for the house of God in Jerusalem. Ezra 1 through 4. So interesting. That's the prophecy. So those are the friends of Trump. Now let's go through the enemies of Trump. So which one did it? Was it Thomas Matthew Crooks, a 20-year-old man, tagged as the Trump shooter on the left-hand side, and there's a picture of him? Or on the right-hand side, is it Maxwell Urich, was under FBI radar before he shot Trump? Now, notice the sources. One India on the left-hand side, reporting this. Assets Magazine, also from another foreign country, is reporting on the right-hand side. Which one, we don't know. The main thing is the United States media is not saying a word because they know every time they report on this, it helps Trump get more donations and more votes, and they know that they're going to lose as a result of this. So, yeah, both of these are interesting. I don't know what to say other than we'll just wait it out. Okay, other enemies. You've got all of the Arabs on the Temple Mount that do not want this to occur. And so now, basically, Trump permits the two witnesses to set separation up between the Jew and the Gentile on the Temple Mount, and to set up some kind of a sacrificial system. But there will be enemies at that point in time. Only Trump would be willing to do something that bold to tick off 1.4 billion people, and he's willing to do so. Okay, so other enemies, Obama is Gog, working for the Lord of the Flies. So even the title, the Lord of the Flies, is derived from the Hebrew word Beelzebub, Beelzebul, Baal, or Beelzebub in this case, who was the prince of devils and demons. He's an enemy, and you can see where the fly is on Obama. I believe he's Gog, and I believe that he will bring every bit of evil against Trump at that point in time when things really kick off. Biden is not a friend either, but Biden's going away. I mean, mentally, he's going away. So this is the moment when the American left needs to wake up and realize what it has done to political discourse in America. Donald Trump vows to be a dictator on day one. Well, this is Malka Fleischer again. Joe Biden said in response to that, we must stop him. Well, that's inflammatory. You can't say things like that, especially when you have so many psychos on the planet today. So on the right-hand side, when Biden said, time to put Trump in the bullseye. These are enemies. These are enemies. Trump has enemies. Guess what? Cyrus had enemies too. And Trump is going to win. I had no fears about Trump yesterday. No fears. He's God's anointed. He just is. Oh, other enemies. The deep state or the Democrat Party. What they're predicting here from France 24 is Trump shooting further polarization of Democrats and Republicans. Really, it is polarizing right now because it's so sickening to realize that this is Antifa doing this, and the Democrats support Antifa, and this is George Soros and all those people. But we realize the deep state too. And here's the point on the right-hand side about the deep state. According to one of the shooters, my name is Jonathan Willis. I'm the officer at the famous photo of the two snipers on the roof at Trump's rally. I came here to inform the public that I had the assassin in my sights for at least 3 minutes, but the head of Secret Service refused to give the order to take out the perp. 100% the top brass prevented me from killing the assassin before he took the shots at President Trump and killed another man standing near Trump. Okay, so the bottom line is, don't follow orders. Yeah. Anyway, so other enemies. Biden has enemies too. No longer a conspiracy. There's a Democratic committee set up to unelect the president. On the lower section here, on the left, that was a complete disaster. Biden snaps a meeting called to reassure House Dems, because the House Democrats know they're going to lose, that Biden is going to pull down the ticket horribly. This is Zero Hedge here, Town Hall up above there. They're both, Zero Hedge isn't as partisan, but Town Hall is partisan. That's Republican. On the side here, I don't know who Sarah Carter is. She's probably partisan Republican, it looks like it. And MSNBC guest, donor class has to get out and put a bullet in Donald Trump. That's from November 1st of 2023, being republished now. So this is sickening. Biden has enemies. Trump has even more enemies, but Trump has God watching over him. Okay. The beast system is an enemy of America and an enemy of Trump. Trump does not want to have the WEF run the whole world, or the beast system for that matter, too. Klaus Schwab is an enemy. Many of the G7 people are enemies. Trudeau up in Canada is an enemy of America. And Biden is an enemy, I believe, too. And then, the crazy dude from France, not Mitterrand. You know who he is. I'm blanking on his name, but yeah, he's an enemy of freedom too. They pulled off snap elections the other day and really created a mess in France. So the beast system is coming on the right-hand side. The United Nations is the beast system in part. They're based out of New York. That's the reason why in Revelation 17, it seems to be the beast system, the city on many waters, things like that. That is the United Nations building, sitting there in New York and cursing America every day of the week. It's coming at some point in time. Okay, then other people that are part of this system, per Revelation 17, 5 have fallen. Once again, that's Nixon. Ford is number 1, 2 is Carter, 3 is Reagan, 4 is Bush 1 and 2, 5 is Clinton, 6 is Biden, 7 is Trump, 8 is the Antichrist, and the 10 horns are the big 10 tech. Okay, they're the billionaires that will enforce the 666 global system, and they will do many other things. We don't know exactly which 10 they are, but they will be part of the rise of techno-authoritarianism. Okay, so they will enforce something. They're enemies of free people. They're enemies of Trump. They're enemies of much of what is good in the world. They're anti-God. They're anti-country. And they take our money, and we shouldn't be giving it to them. But I don't know which companies are going to be what, but this is an idea of where they are and what they are. Okay, so Trump will win in 2024. So now we can look at some of the blessings on this. Lincoln nods off at play. This is from the Babylon Bee, live from CNN, because CNN is an enemy, but yet we see that God is protecting Trump at this point in time and really protecting other believers too. So don't worry. God loves you too, have faith and repent and work on your faith too. And God will protect you too. So this is amazing on the right-hand side. Trump is out golfing this morning on Sunday morning. So he got up, he got shot at 7 p.m. last night, and he made his 9 a.m. tee time. Okay, that's anointed. That's a Cyrus type of a guy. And the cart boy at Trump Bedminster, where Trump played today, just about 16 hours after being nearly assassinated. He was in high spirits. He's a winner. He was nailing 20-foot putts and, just absolutely looking great. Fight, fight, fight. That's what America wants. This is our 1980 Olympics hockey team, and surge and donate to Trump searches after an assassination attempt. And, just a complete surge. So whatever occurred here is backfiring against the deep state and other people like that. Bill Ackman on the side here, on the right-hand side. I am now going to formally endorse the real Donald Trump. I came to this decision some time ago, and the reason why is really, it's overwhelming. Down in the bottom, middle, TME weekend, quietly defiant and heroic. That's what people want. That's what we want. We want a hero. We want defiance against the beast system. That's what we're looking for. Okay, now we're going to move on to some modern day prophets. And this is problematic. So when you're watching Brandon Briggs say, I predicted that Trump would be shot in the ear, the problem is he's about 50% correct. Okay, and he's been predicting lots of stuff here. This video on the right-hand side is done by Protestia, and really the information was gathered by them. So Steve Chocolate Head is in the middle there. Brandon Briggs is on the left-hand side, and some Amanda Grace is on the right-hand side. I don't trust any of them. Just so you're aware why I don't like Steve Chocolate Head, and I won't say his real name, because he sues people. Okay, he does. And he's had 3 wives. Well, he's on his 3rd wife, and she happened to be the nanny while he was married to the 2nd wife. He has no accountability whatsoever. Okay, so this Brandon Briggs, he's described in vivid detail the upcoming start of World War III, regaling his audience of all the details of how that will begin, and notably has previously falsely prophesied a major crash of the economy in 2013. Didn't happen, urging everyone to buy rations and supplies, which resulted in anyone who believed in him suffering financial hardships. In fact, he has personally called up everyone he's falsely prophesied to say sorry, and was subsequently forbidden by one pastor from ever prophesying in their church again. He's also falsely prophesied about this around this time that silver would go to $100. Now it's not there, and Iraqi dinars would skyrocket. That's funny because I did buy some years ago. Also urging everyone to invest in it, even though it tanked and they lost again and lost their shirts. So anyway, be careful with Brandon Briggs, and be careful with Steve Chocolatehead and Amanda Grace. I don't think they're prophets. Okay, now, why am I citing that Rachel Baxter is a prophet? She is hearing from the Lord. She's got some strange friends. I'm not thrilled with that at all, but she is basically paraphrasing Wilkerson, Groover, and Dudeman. And I trust those guys. So I'll just give you what Rachel has to say. You can take it for what it's worth. Jesus interprets the dream as from my Father. His desire is to show you the current state of America. The dream should be interpreted in reverse order. What is to come will result in America losing face. She will face much mockery. She will be cut into two pieces. There will be those who will want to try to put her back together again, but it will not be possible. She will be irrevocably torn in two after this happens. Chaos will ensue. America will be decimated by her enemies and conquered. America in its current form will be remembered no more and will fade from the pages of history. What once was, now is, shall be no more. I think she's accurate. I don't like her friends, but you know what? I don't have anything to say in that. Okay, persecution is coming. This is just a prophecy that I'm noting based on the fifth seal. They're going to be hunting for Jews. Terror seizes the Jewish people worldwide from JNS. November 3rd, 2023. Jews worldwide know it's going to get much worse, okay? And this is persecution in L.A., saying kill the Jews, free Palestine. Where are the Jews? They want to kill them. So this is what's coming. And then where are we at right now? We're in the birth pangs. We're probably getting real close to the fifth seal. It might actually be open right now. The sixth seal, I'm saying, is going to hit next year. Peak deaths should be 2026. The tribulation should start at some point in time. I don't know when. The Great Tribulation will start 3.5 years after the tribulation starts. Trump is anointed. There just is no doubt about it. He will win, people. He will win. And that's just, I'm saying that's based on the Bible, Revelation 17. So read it for yourself and read about Ezra and Nehemiah too. So basically, it's going to happen. Revelation 17 seems to lock in Trump. Okay, you need to worry about you, which is Yeshua's returning on a Rosh Hashanah, a Yom Kippur, or a Sukkot of a future year. You need clean garments. You can't be naked. It's a wedding. Get ready for the wedding. Be blessed. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for this, and we'll see you hopefully next week. God bless.